Well, all my training is in English literature, but as far back as the third year of my undergraduate degree, when I was introduced to feminism on the one hand and poststructuralist theory on the other, I've really focused on contemporary theory, feminist theory and poststructuralist ethics particularly. And at the time, I was really interested in trying to figure out theories of power and politics around feminism particularly, and I was using a lot of Michel Foucault's theories of power. But he didn't just write about power, although most people at the time were thinking about this, but he also had something to say about what he called ethics. And I just want to read the quotation. Foucault said, "Recent liberation movements suffer from the fact that they cannot find any principle on which to base the elaboration of ethics. They need another ethics, but they cannot find any other ethics." So at the time, I was really struck by this quotation. I had no idea what ethics meant, and really you can consider all of my work has since then been an attempt to respond to Foucault's challenge. So my focus for many years has been on ethics, but in the past few years I've been focusing more particularly on the feminist ethics of love. So love is a really interesting topic. It's been looked at in terms of religious studies and some areas of philosophy for years, but within feminist theory and some other social justice movements, love has been a topic that most people don't want to look at. It's too touchy-feely, or it's being looked at in terms of its negative aspects. So for instance, a lot of feminist theory has looked at how romantic love has been a narrative, for instance, that have kept women in harmful relationships. Instead, I'm wanting to look at love and reconceptualize it, look at new theories. And in fact, a lot of people in the last few years have started to do so as well. So it's a really exciting field. And another branch of where I'm going with my recent work is in terms of affect studies. Affect studies is a really exciting transdisciplinary area right now that encompasses sociology, literary studies, filmic studies, but also areas of science and biology, computer studies. Everyone's interested in this area of affect. So I'm interested in affect specifically in terms of the affect of love. My work is interdisciplinary, and I find it both to be exciting, but it's also very challenging. And one thing I find is to do true interdisciplinary work, it takes a lot of time to become familiar with the different disciplines as well as the conjunction. So research can sometimes seem slower when one isn't doing interdisciplinary work. I feel it's my responsibility as an instructor to provide a good range on the syllabus from different disciplines to allow for the students from various backgrounds to interact with the work. But I also feel that it's really important for the students who will all have their own projects to be able to use the course to help them to work on their project as much as possible. So it really is me providing some structure, but then the students really making the course their own. One part that I really find rewarding is the colloquium part of the program, where every second Friday CAST faculty and students meet and have lectures from individuals within the program or external speakers, or we have professional workshops for the students, because it is a constant course really that we all meet and engage in, and we're able to create a community. So it's not just a virtual kind of emailing people, but you actually get to have a community of scholars coming together, and I really find that part rewarding. I find it very inspiring to work with colleagues and students who are curious and passionate about what they're doing, who love to both challenge respectfully and to be challenged, to engage in dialogue and not to just take everyone out and to criticize, but to really be joined together, trying to think creatively and differently. And I really get a lot of energy from students I've worked with in the past who are just on the edge of learning. New worlds are opening for them, and who are very excited about what they're learning, and it re-energizes me and reminds me why I'm here and doing what I do.